Hey, do you want to know something about my experience as an English teacher at the first stage of the Practicum? Take a seat, relax and enjoy it. I'm Ibañez Rodriguez and you are very welcome to my final reflection. During the months of November and December, I've been at a Ibañez learning about how to be an English teacher at primary school. But before I start telling you everything, give me the chance of contextualize it. Ibañez is situated in La Peña, which is a district of Bilbao. Like many other ikastolas, Ibañez arose from the need of families and other sectors of the community of having a school. Furthermore, Ibañez needed their own educational project to guarantee our culture and other cultures be fortified. For that reason, it is a cooperative that the schools management take place between families, students and professionals. For the school, nothing is eternal. They want to demonstrate that improvements are needed in the area of education, innovation and the ability to change. They are always thinking to improve. Innovation is in our nature. Today there are 400 families and 600 students. In the case of primary school, there are 6 courses and 2 classes in each course. In my case, I have had the opportunity of being at different levels, having the chance of observe all of them. Even so, the most of the hours that I've been at the practicum stage were at the first and second levels of primary school. It's for that I will explain you my experience in that grades. One of the most important goals of Ibañez is that the students end up plurilingual, giving importance to English. That's why they begin to teach English in class at 4 years. Besides that, they consider it of utmost importance to have a class to teach English. Like in gymnastic class, they have a gym, or like in music class, they have a different class to teach it. They use a different class to teach English, where they have all the material and space to perform any activity. In this way also they get students to focus on English as crossing the classroom door, entering in English territory. This is one of my favorite characteristics of the school, because as I could observe, when the students are in the English class, they get into the English atmosphere, so they start thinking in that language immediately. Now, after this introduction, I'm going to explain how I have seen myself as English teacher in this first stage of my internship, my strengths and what obstacles and challenges I have encountered. I consider that I have different aspects I'm skilled in. So, I know the connection between the daily and the programming. So I know what to do in each classes. In addition, I have been shown that at the many hours I had to replace the English teacher, being able to carry out class accomplishing each objective. Besides, I easily know the students, how to be with them and how to control them. A great teacher should also care about their students. And I am the type of teacher who is the one who students can go to when they have problem issues or maybe just to share a funny story with. I'm also a great listener and I will make time to listen to my students. I feel that one of my greatest strengths as a teacher is managing a classroom and building and managing a warm, successful learning classroom environment. This aspect is really important because the necessary role of being the addition image. I have to continually be aware of the importance that the students trust me. Because the most important thing to be in class is feel safe. The students have to feel safe. Continuing with the same topic, I consider myself a person with passions, and patience is a virtue. The most important quality that a teacher should have is patience. I am very patient with my students to deal with the same questions and problems over and over and over again. I never give up on my students, and I will try out new ways to help them succeed in school. So I keep calm, I control my voice tone, I listen to my students, I always help them, and etc. Continuing with my strengths, I am a skilled teacher in the language. I'm used to speaking English because of the time I traveled to Ireland to live with a local family. After all, the basis of teaching a language entails to be expert at it. Furthermore, I consider myself as a creative and willing teacher, always ready to do anything to improve performance and students' learning. Always. But of course, for the other hand, I also found obstacles. At Abuso y Castola, they use Hocus and Lotus project to teach English. That project's goal is to teach English through storytelling, and unfortunately, when I was a child, I've never had any project like that. So when I started the Practicum first stage, I needed to practice it, and nowadays, of course, I also have to practice more. I have to study different stories, learn how to use the body language, how to act different characters because I have to change the tone of the voice, and etc. Furthermore, I have another obstacle. In the same time I have a good level of English, I consider it difficult to know which type of words I can use to talk to children. Why? Because they don't understand everything, they are children, and sometimes I feel that I am talking really fast and using too much vocabulary. Additionally, I need to learn how to assess in the first 2 grades of primary education because they don't have sounds, they can't write in a correct English, some cannot express enough, and etc. Moreover, I have to give more importance to the routine. Ibañez Rodriguez and Kavia Olmo in 2008 said that show that with routines I simplify the work to children and they also feel more comfortable. The routines will be done every day. Finally, I have to take care of my time. Since I do not miscalculated the time I needed for everything yet. Once I explain you my strength point, my obstacles and challenges I encountered, I will finish the reflection with what I would like to achieve as English teacher. I would like to learn about storytelling, but in this case I'm going to fix the aims I want to get in my second practice period. These are my research questions. The first one, how can I involve all the children in the story? The second one, how can I attract pupils' attention? And the third one, how can I be more clear, simple, obvious telling the story? And also I would like to practice the rhythm and voice tone. Speak slower, putting more dramatic emphasis into my voice. I also would like to practice the body language, using more physical actions and sound effects to help associate universally recognized body actions like running, sleeping, etc. with new English words. And look at every child, involve all the children in the story. After this reflection, I would like to add some extra information about my practicum first stage. Apart of being English teacher in many hours, I've been the English teacher always with the tutor's supervision. I remember that Sarah, my tutor, asked me a lot of times if I prefer to be alone with children at class, but I always told her that I prefer if she is inside the class because maybe I need help for something, or just to know what I made good and what I have to change. So when the tutor was at class, she always explained me what I have to improve and etc. I've told different stories to children, so I can say that I started being a storyteller. I've been the choreographer in the Euskaren Eneguna, and I taught a choreography to 100 children. Nowadays, I am an active person at the school, taking part of different courses like Kiva, how to teach through project, school canteen renovation, and etc. Now, after this video, you will see different pictures of all of this. As you can notice, I'm really happy at Abuso Ikastola, enjoying a lot the practicum period, and growing up as a person and of course as a teacher. I really love what I am studying and what I have already studied. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed my own experience, information, and if you have any questions, you can text me by email. Bye!